It's so early. So early that I want to go back to bed. I was told they hunt birds all day. You got to get up high. You got to listen. And the birds are in the roost. And as soon as they hit the ground, you got to get in tight. It'll be worth it once we get out there and start hearing the birds. Right? B-Mac?
That's right. They better be firing off this morning or I want my money back. Camera guys.
Guys, good morning. It is day one here on the turkey hunt in Wisconsin. I'm beyond excited. We are in camp with what I would consider some of the best turkey hunters I've ever seen in the world. I said, I don't care if I kill a bird, I don't care if I even end the shooter. What I want to experience is call-in sequence where we call in a turkey for someone to kill. And then they gave me the gun and said, you're gonna kill a turkey. So that's what we're gonna go do. But guys, we are honestly with the hunting public. In my opinion, they are the most legitimate turkey hunters on YouTube. That's saying a lot, I know, but it's true. You guys think you're a better turkey hunter, let me know. But you're not, and it's not true. You're lying to yourselves right now. So our group is some of my favorite people in the world. Me, Trent, Warb, and Logie Bear.
Ooh.
Got him.
Here, go ahead.
Pulling up past that old white outhouse there. We are gonna get out and listen right here. We drove up to the top of this high ridge. It's a little windy this morning, so I don't know how well we're gonna be able to hear off the edge of the ridge, but we're in a high spot here, and I wanted to come to this area because it's got fields in it. Just take a right here, Trent.
Private
area. Yep. It's got fields in it, and what these turkeys will do after it rains all night is they'll fly down and they'll go to open areas to dry off. So that's kind of the play here. But we're gonna park the Santa Fe and hop out and do some listening quick. Sound good?
I love it.
Let's
You knew that.
let's see if there's like
we not
turkeys
block
around.
that road
Man,
or not?
yeah, we're probably fine right here.
We okay?
Just got to the spot. Good news, no trucks are here. Bad news, it's still a little breezy after that storm came through last night, which was a pretty aggressive storm. But Zach's hunted here before last year, kind of up on this elevated knob. He had some birds down here that they got on pretty early. Don't know if we'll be able to hear them, so I think we're gonna hike in a little ways. It's just getting light out. Birds, if they're gonna gobble, you'd think would start anytime. Basically, we're on this high point where we can hear a lot of stuff. We're gonna get back in there a little bit, but not too far that way. If we need to get to the next spot down, we can just jump back in the car, go to the next spot, walk out to another high point. It's tough to go way in on a spot like in the morning like this, because if you don't hear anything, you're kind of stuck. You're locked in, right? Yeah. So we'll just kind of get back towards the back of that field. Hopefully if we get in there a little bit, it blocks that wind. Come along, guys. Wisconsin public land turkey hunting with the hunting public. It doesn't get much better than that. It doesn't take me much and I'm out of control. Bird just gobbled right where we wanted him to, pretty much. That's good news. I like that. Just follow that ridge right out towards him. It's the same spot that we heard bird last year. We got on him. He pitched down to that flat I was showing you last night. And he just kind of hung out on that. So I think if we can get close to him, we got enough vegetation right now that we can move. I say we just start going in on him. First gobble in Wisconsin. That's a great sign.
Oh, hey. What's up, dog? We're just road bugling. No big deal. really windy today, so we're trying to get down. We went up on a big ridge where we were gonna hunt, but it was so windy up there. Trying to get down lower in these
people's houses.
Canyons?
Hollers.
Hollers. Where the wind's not affecting it so much where we can hear a little more. But we did see a raccoon just taking a nap in the road, which was pretty cool.
That was a little different.
Trent thought it was a rock.
Real wildlife specific.
Smells like a wet dog outside, huh?
Yeah.
He's a wildlife specialist. It's a wet raccoon.
Girl birds.
What'd you see, buddy?
So we got turkeys.
Oh, there's one of them pop back out. Yeah. They're pitching across the ditch right there.
That was a Jake, wasn't it?
I can't tell.
A whitetail buck.
Is it a buck?
Yeah.
There's a Tom.
That one that flew, was that a Tom?
That was a
Deer's
male
chasing
species.
him around.
Yeah.
It was a male.
Male species.
Trent, what do you think?
So we've got a buck spotted. We've got our first tom turkey spotted, and the horses are coming. Thanks for looking up for this team.
Where's your GoPro?
Dude, I'm GoPro'd up. Hang on. You want me to launch the GoPro, bro? I could do whatever. Capture all the content.
You look like Go-Go Gadget.
Yeah, that turkey bird was a big one.
Did it get you excited?
Have a redhead.
I don't know. Look cool. How about that?
He's right. I still think he's right off that point.
Yeah.
I mean, it sounded to me like he was out that point and over.
Little update. It's about 5:55 in the morning. We heard the first gobble right off the car because the wind had taken us a little while to relocate where he is, but we just heard him again. He's in the area that Zach thinks he was last year too, or a similar bird, similar area, I guess you could say. So we're just kind of sneaking our way through this timber, see if we can get him fired up.
I think the wind's gonna help us get close. The only bad thing is it's super open, so.
Yeah.
But I think I called back there and I think he heard that call and he gobbled. So hopefully that means he'll be responsive to a certain degree. Just keep easy and stay on it. We'll stay on the backside until we feel like we know right where he's at. Try not to fall. It's right there. I think we can get. We might even be able to pull him right around. Last year he kept wanting to go over this. Right here. He's just trying to get kind of right up in there. Right up on the side. Yeah. I'm worried that thick stuff would hinder him. Yeah. We might just sit here. He might be coming. He's getting close. What do you think about just plopping down right here? Yeah. If he's coming this way, he might just get in this open. I'd say you can set up right there.
This bird's going pretty good. We're just getting it set up.
I just want to make sure we're close enough to him. I like to be close. I mean, it's one of these deals where... Does that sound like it was a little bit that way? I always hate not being aggressive on, you know, down turkeys. I say we just...
Let's do it.
Yeah, let's slide up on it.
Here we go, guys. This will be the first time I've ever really been on a turkey stand.
We're plenty close enough. Slide over to the left and get to this tree right here. Go ahead and try to get to that tree. I'd get way low though. Just try to stay low, Brian.
See if you can tuck in here a little closer, and then just be real careful with movement.
I don't know if he's got a hen or if he's just being weird. Cause like, he's gobbling, and then we call and then he shuts up. I feel like it's worth sitting a little bit, or you know, it was worth sitting a little bit in case he did pop up, but I feel like maybe I have to get him on a day where he's a little bit hotter, because like, I don't know what's going on there. It's just too quiet in these woods to hear him scratching or anything and just keep easing up. I mean, we can try to peek over and see if we can see him, but I'd say the odds of that happening are pretty low.
Crazy birds. Pretty bizarre. He's gone on these little streaks where he'll get real fired up, gobble, gobble, gobble. And then he just totally shuts off. We're not that far away from where he was either. Who knows? Maybe it's the wind. Maybe he's not into the calling. Maybe he's got a hen.
Hit me. No, yes.
Didn't do anything. It's not doing
Yeah,
anything.
you just about pulled my cheek off. Yes, no?
Yes.
Yes, 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 yes. No, no, no. Good enough.
It's okay.
Will it kill a turkey?
Yeah, I got a really big forehead. Some people might say it's a 5-head.
Goodness gracious. Get in there real deep.
Painted his hair.
Sick.
It's ombre.
Ombre.
Yeah.
Filling it now.
Feels good, doesn't it?
Feels good.
Feels like we're back in the saddle, doesn't it?
It does.
Seems early, but feels
No.
good.
It's never too early.
Never too early. Killing turkey?
Yeah, it looks turkey killer.
Okay.
All right, let's do this.
Let's do this. Trees are in the way for the stuff I really wanted to see. I always feel like if you're out on that point calling down, you're on just at like one of those realistic spots where a hen would come out. You could hear too for sure, but I'd rather get eyes on one here before we called and made him gobble and then be like, well, now what do we do? I think we'll just keep going down this edge and pop out. So we haven't bumped into too many birds, obviously. This morning we heard that bird. We drove around a little bit checking some spots. Not a ton of birds in fields yet, but this spot we hunted last year, we're on this real high point in this field. So we're gonna take this decoy, set it out, sit back, just kind of relax, kind of watch, listen. Hopefully we hear a bird gobble and we can eventually move, or one just shows up in this field. But we may take a little nap, just hang loose. Let the day kind of warm up. Hopefully the sun comes out, and if we're lucky, maybe we'll just look up and one's running right to this thing. with the hen. That's why he won't come in. But yeah, dude, he was close at one point. And then he ended up down there. I swear the one time though, I did. I swear the one time he did, he was sounded like he was like 70 yards to our left and down a little bit.
Yeah, that's why he didn't come across. See that big ditch? Right there. Yeah, it probably flattens out down there, and he's just walking that bench.
Skirting around it.
Yep.
This is just like elk hunting. As far as
I heard it. He said it. He said it.
no.
He said it.
Listen. As far as like get on their level, I think this is the same kind of thing.
Yep. And calling a lot. It's listening for him to call. And then once you hear one, you set up on him. Yeah. You try to call him into you.
A lot of the same characteristics. Are you gonna grab the decoy?
Yep.
So close, but yet I'm not quite there. The bird was just right on the edge, like 45 yards. Needed to come just a little bit more, and then it skirted us and went to Kingdom Come. But OnX Walk of Shame right now going on. You can see the guys, they're not happy, but they're mushroom hunting. These morel things or something like that. So we found something else to do while we're not getting any turkeys. But
We tried, and we lost.
You said you think it's a pretty mature bird?
I do. I think it's an old turkey. The only reason I'm saying that is just because the way he's acting. Like, he's got one little spot along that elevation line on those benches that he wants to walk on and gobble. And I mean, we were so close to him that last time he answered me, but he wouldn't even come up above the cap of the ridge to look up there. So he wasn't that interested in a hen. I also heard a turkey in that same exact spot last year gobbling, doing essentially the same thing. I ain't saying it's the same bird necessarily. That could be far-fetched, but in the spot that he's at, he's very accessible. I mean, we park right here at the end of this road and walk like 400 yards and we're on it. Anybody that gets out of their truck right there or that has hunted there in the last month and a half has probably heard that turkey gobbling right off on those benches and been calling at him, and who knows what's happened. He's probably had shot flung at him. He's been called to multiple times. This is the last period here in Wisconsin. I mean, the turkeys have been hunted for over a month at this point, so probably an old turkey that's had a lot of hunting pressure, and he's got one little pattern down in there that he's on that where he survives, I suppose.
That was an amazing experience. Like, that's what I wanted to do, is hike in somewhere, strike bird, get
that was cool.
Set up and have him come. I thought the first time he was coming. I think if that ditch wouldn't have been in between us, he probably would have came. Maybe, I don't know.
He was definitely acting
first,
right the first time.
Positive,
He was gobbling a lot. He was gobbling even on his own some. He was answering me at times, you know, sometimes double and triple gobbling, answering that hen. But for whatever reason, he did not want to come up there. He wanted to stay down low.
His beard was 2 feet if it was an inch. I mean, it was a giant.
Booner.
Yeah, there was at one point the only thing
booner birds.
Yeah, at one point the only thing he would respond to is my cow call. Honestly, he was that big. He was that sizely of an animal.
You guys want to watch a local softball game?
I say we watch.
Here we go.
Get a little softball.